My name is Dave Dirge and welcome to Basic Wing Chun Training. What I'm going to show in this video is how to use the Wing Chun Dummy, or let me say how we use the Wing Chun Dummy. We do not use it a traditional way to where they do the 130 or 113 moves, and the reason why is nobody fights that way. Well, let me say a very high percentage of people do not fight that way. They don't just stand here anymore, they're moving. So we had to make some changes, okay? And in this video I'm going to show you the changes that are adaptable to use on the Wing Chun Dummy, but also for in the street, okay? And this is what you want to learn. You want to learn how to trap for a street fight, for being attacked. Now, one thing I want you to understand, if you don't understand the dummy, what this is the arm out to where the wrist is cut off. So in trapping, you're looking at from here inside. So this arm right here represents a guy standing like this, or maybe standing like this. It has a third arm, which would be a low line punch, which I do not have in at this time. Okay, the other thing for the trapping is, always remember, trapping is a backup tool. Trapping is not something we're looking to go into a fight. I'm looking to throw a punch, looking from the block it and the trapping up. No, trapping is a backup tool. In reality, if you have to trap, you messed up somewhere along the line. Because you hit this guy or you did whatever, you create pain and you didn't take him out. And so we understand that things don't go the way we want them to go, so we have backup tools. So understand, that's the main thing to trapping. Trapping is a backup tool. If you punch this guy, if I flick him in the eyes, and I get in to fight, his hands are coming up. Now I want to hit him, the hands are in the way, so we're going to trap him and get him out of the way. Okay, and another thing for trapping, if you watch Ultimate Fighting and all these things, hand immobilization. Guys are holding each other's arms, and you could call that type of trapping. But the thing is, when I'm holding this guy's arms like this, I can't hit neither. I can't do anything neither. So we're going to look at trapping here from the way we do it in advanced fighting systems for the street. All right? Now this right here is a guy's arm coming out. Either he punched or I punched. And one more thing, training with the dummy. You don't hit the dummy hard. This is a telephone pole. Common sense says you hit it too hard, you're going to hurt your hand. You're not going to hurt this baby. Okay, so this is like training with Superman. So you see this arm, it moves just a little bit. And the reason for that is so it has some flexibility, but at the same time, it starts. So it's like training with Superman. When I box out his arm, you can see it barely moves. If this was a human being, his arm would drop down. So I want you to understand that there. So the first thing we're going to do is what's called a box out. And what park means is slappy hand. So I can slap it this way, I can slap it this way, down. We don't want to get caught up in all the different lingo here. So it means slappy hand. So we're going to start at a reference point here. The reference point is he threw a punch, I threw a punch. You can see this reference point and Enter the Dragon when Bruce Lee was with Bob Wall. But anyways, so we're going to stand right here like this here. This hand is going to come up and it's going to do a park out and it's going to slap this hand out of the way and it's going to hit. Now the key to this here, in reality again, if I slap this guy's hand down and hit, his hand would be down. It would be out of the way. So I could hit easily. This is barely moving, so I have to do things perfect because this is barely moving. So when I do this here, and I put this here, and I parks out this, to get this in, I have to have the right body mechanics, the right footwork. I have to move correctly to get this in. So let's go, give this a try, a simple parks out. I may parks out this way, I may parks out this way. There's no certain stance that I have here, okay? So, again, I'm putting my hand here, but I do have to what? Step in and hit. So I step in, and I park. One more time, nice and slow. I step in, and I park. Okay, we're going to continue on here with this arm. So what we're going to do is use this reference point again, And this time, we're going to do what's called a lock sow. So I can put my hand right here. What I'm doing, I got my hand here and I'm grabbing his hand, okay, and I'm pulling it and I'd be hitting. So I'm right here, I grab and I hit. Now notice again, I'm in no certain stance whatsoever, but my body is what? It is turning, okay? Now personally, you can use a back fist, that's up to you. Personally, I use a finger strike. You see the little eyes I got cut out here? So again, my hand's right here. This is called a lop sow. I'm just turning, grabbing his arm, and shooting a finger strike or a back fist, or even a punch, whatever you prefer. That's up to you. So one more time, I like that. Okay, now with the same moves, what we're going to do is we're going to go from a park sow to a lop sow. Now again, we're looking at this front arm is out and this guy's arm is stopping you. Okay? He's not using the backhand, it's this arm right here, and he's stopping you with this front arm, whether it's the right arm or whether it's the left arm. But he's not using this right now. So again, I got this reference point, and I'm going to park sow. Now when I park sow, I'm pretending that this didn't get in. Okay, in other words, my hand be here, what? He blocked it with this arm. So I park sow this arm and he bong sows me. He just stops me with this arm. So when I park, he stops with his arm, now I lop sow. So I go real slow. I'm here, again, no certain footwork. I park, he stops me, and I lop. Again, lock, he stops me, and I lock. One more time. Lock, lock. Okay, now I put the lower arm in. So this would be like a punch low. Okay, maybe he punched to you, and you ran to a collision point. Maybe you punched to him, doesn't matter. But all we're going to do is the same thing. So I'm going to go low, and I'm going to park right here, and come up to hit. Now, this is a double park, so I'm going to go low, I park, I come up to hit, stop me with this arm, I parked again. Okay? So in other words, it would be like it comes to hit, here, I park this, and this arm comes back up, and he stops it again. So I'm low, I park, high, and I park. Now again, no certain footwork. So again, low, park sow, high park sow, and I'm in. Low park, high park, and I'm in. I go slow. Now we're going to go from a double park sow, so park sow, but this time we're going park sow to a park sow to a lop sow. Okay? So we're going to go low, so I park to a park to a lop. So again, when I park up high, I'm pretending that this guy stopped me. He got in the way, his arms got in the way. So I go from low park, high park, lop sow. Again, low park, high park, lop sow. So it look like, I go slow. Oh, excuse me, wrong way. That's what it would be. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to add a destruction from calling, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend I'm slicing out this nerve, okay? On the hand here, the punch is coming, so I'm taking out this nerve. So now we're going to add a destruction, we're going to add a little bit of movement. Now I'm not going to sit here and use this reference point anymore. I'm going to move a little bit. So I'm going to be out here like this, like I'm in a fight. All right? I'm going to destroy this hand, like this. So if I had a blade, it would look something like this here. This is a blade, so it would be like a slice in this hand. Okay, so I'm going to slice, and pop this out, and go in and hit. I'll go slow. I'm destroying. There's it. My hand comes up inside, and I hit. Now you can use a punch, or you can use a finger strike. I prefer the finger strike. Again, now to get this in here, it has to be perfection because his arm is not moving. So I'm out here, I got a little bit of movement, I destroy, and I hit. Destroy, and I hit. One more time. Destroy, my hand up inside, and I hit. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to destroy again. Now this time when I destroy, before I went in and I hit. This time I'm going to destroy, go in, and he stops my hand. He blocks me again. He got hit in the face, boom, his hand come up, his arm's in the way. Okay, so I'm going to destroy, go to hit, he stops it, parks out. So again, I'm out here, a little bit of movement. Okay, I destroy, go to hit, he stops it, and parks out. Again, destroy, go to hit, he stops it, parks out. This is all about body mechanics and positioning, okay? Because again, this arm is barely moving. Okay, so one more time. Destroy, he stops it, I park. There it is. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to destroy. Okay, I go to hit, he stops it, I park, and he stops it, I go into my lock. Okay, now all this stuff can be used different ways. So I destroy, I go into hit, okay, I park, he stops it, and I lobs out. All I can go, I go to hit, and I lobs out. They all predicate on the energy that I want to create. So let me get back to this. I destroy. I go to hit, he stops it. I park, he stops it. I lobs out. Destroy. I go to hit, he stops. I park, he stops. I lobs out. Now you can take this to what? I destroy. I go to hit, he stops. I lobs out. I destroy. And I lock. Everything we've done so far is off of this front hand. We haven't moved over to this other hand. In other words, this hand or this guy stopping with this hand. So we're still on this hand for right now. Okay? Like I said, this is basic work. You can have a partner, say he'll be jabbing to you, play the same game, destroy, go to hit, and park, and go in. Change it how you like to change it. So what we're going to do here now is I'm going to destroy. Okay, I'm going to end the hit, I'm going to lock, sound, and then I'm going to park sound. So destroy, go to hit, I lock, and then I park. Okay, again, I destroy, go to hit, I lock. Now I park. Okay, now notice my body, no certain stance, and what am I doing? I'm out a little bit, like in jab range. I come in, I walk, and I park. I'm in, see? I hit. Okay, one more time. Destroy, hit, lock, back to a park. Okay, now I'm going to add an offhand to it. I'm going to add a little bit of Kali to this, okay? So in other words, now when I destroy, and I go to hit with this hand, and this gets stopped, okay? I'm going to shoot with this hand here, my left hand, my off hand, and then I'm going to park. Now, I want you to understand the purpose is that this is what we call a half beat. Very, very important. This half beat can be taken down to a quarter beat or to an eighth beat. So we fight out of rhythm. Everybody fights out of a 1-2 or a 1-2-3 beat. We fight out of rhythm. Just think of music. A drummer, bop, 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 bop. However, okay, so that's what's going on here. So we'll go nice and slow. So what's happening? I destroy. Okay, go to hit, and what happens? That hand comes to play first, and then I park. Now before I went here, I parked. Okay, so what's really happening, if I was in straight blast mode, what's really happening, instead of me park sounding, I replaced it with a hit. Because I hit, and then I'm here. I'm right back into straight blast mode. I destroy. I hit, see I'm hit, I'm back into straight blast mode. So again, so we go slow, I destroy, I hit, I shoot this half beat, and I'm in. So I change this a little bit, I go, see, nice and slow, there it is, nice and slow. So I'm like, boom, there it is, that half beat, I go slow, shoots, and in. But you don't want to keep it in a 1-2-3. You don't want to keep it like that. You want this right. There it is. So it's what? 1. See that all? It's in. That's what you want. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this arm into play here. Alright? So I'm going to destroy again. But now what I'm destroying, so this is all up to what I want to do, the trap that I want to do, so I'm like kind of creating the energy by how I'm standing, where I'm at, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to destroy, come to hit, and I'm creating this energy as if this arm's pushing me out. In other words, it would be like I go to hit here, okay, and this arm's pushing like my arm this way a little bit. Okay, so it could be pushing the arm this way a little bit, or it could be raising up. So what I'm doing, I'm going to let it go, and I'm going to come around. Okay, so I destroy, I go here, and I feel that pushing down, and I come around. So I go real slow, and I come around right here. Okay, now where am I at? When you look at hand position, it's the same thing as your legs. You got 2 hands in, 2 hands out, 2 hands in, 2 hands out, 1 in, 1 out, 1 in, 1 out. So right now what I've been playing with is on the outside. Everything I've done has been on the outside of the arm. So now I shoot, and I come around to the outside of this arm. So both arms, so in other words, it would be like, the guy stops me here, and I went around on the outside of this arm, and I picked up here because of his energy was pushing me. Okay, so this is called, so when I do this here, this is called a just cell. Just cell. Okay, that's what that is. Come around, just cell. So I could come around, if that arm wasn't there, I could hit. When I yank like this is called a jut cell. So you have like a just cell and a jut cell. Okay, so we're going to destroy again. Everything we do is from destroying. And I'm going to show you a nice little drill at the end of this video for you to do. But so we destroy. Now where I'm positioned at, see, I've bent my arm like this, like it's going this way, so I come around. I come around, and really what I wanted to do was come around, boom, and hit it. But what happens? His arm's in the way. So for right now, there is my just cell. Now I'm going to jut cell, shoot and hit. Okay, now this jut cell, all you're doing is like a pinball, hitting the bumper. It goes boom, and responds off. So I'm not pulling my arms down like this to hit, because then I lose what? Economic emotion. We don't want that. So all I'm doing is exploding. Now if this was a man's arms, his would be dropping. And I can explode on this one, I can explode on both. Now you see how the dummy moves because of the explosion. So whichever arm would be dropping, in reality, I would be hitting. Okay? So again, I destroy. Okay? I come around to hit, I jets out, and I jets out. I'm just saying this hand's in right now. But notice my position. This is still traveling. So again, destroy, come around, jets out. One more time, destroy, come around, jets out to a jets out, and to a hit. Now off of the same thing, destroy. I went around to a jets out to a jets out. Okay? This time what I'm going to do, instead of going into a jets out to banking his arms, I'm going to destroy, go around, and I feel his arms on the waist. I'm going to come down, shoot the groin. So I go real slow. Jet, come around. There's my slap right to the groin, and I'm coming up, and I'm hitting. Okay? Now watch what I'm doing. I destroy, come around. Notice this hand here. You're still monitoring. I hit. You can call it a box out, but it's still monitoring. I hit, and I come up, and I hit. Okay? One more time. I destroy. Go to hit. He's pushing me this way. I go around. I shoot. Groin, and I hit. Now notice my body. You can't see. I'm creating all of this on the dummy. But notice my body mechanics. Shoot, come around. See how low I am? From low to high. Okay? Alright? So what I'm pretending here is I go, my arms push this way. I go here, I can't get in. He's stopping me. He's giving me a downward energy like. So I go with the energy, and I come up, and I hit. Okay? So now we have this. We're going to add box out and a lob sound. So I destroy. I go around, I come down, I shoot the groin, I throw the hit, his arm's in the way, so I pocket. Okay? I destroy, push me out, I go up, throw the hit, come up to hit him, he stops me, so I box out. Next one, I destroy, go around, come up to hit, he stops me, I lost him. Again, destroy, push me around, hit, I lock. Okay? Next one is what? Destroy, come around, put a hit, he stops me, locks out, I box out. Destroy, come around, I hit, come up, lobs out to a box. The last one, destroy, come around, come up, I hit, lobs out to a box out to a lobs out, excuse me. So we're going to go with this one. I didn't show you that one yet. So destroy, come down, come up, here, shoots into half beat to a box out. So I down, shoots it in, and I pop. One more time. Down, in, and I pop. Okay, now I'm going to show you a nice little drill. What I'm going to do here, I just got my arms right here. This is a type of cheese out. I'm just going to flow a little bit, moving around, okay? Like this here, that's all. However it may be, none of it matters. See, I'm just flowing around, so I can hit, and come down screw low. So all these things here just move. If you're going to hit this, I suggest putting on a very heavy pad on your elbow. That's what I do, because I do hit this, but not for the purpose of being tough, but I want to practice that I hit. But I have plastic elbow pads I put on. So here's the move, right here. So there would be my destruction. So rod is done in a 3 count or 5 count. So watch what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just going. I'm learning the what. You strike that hand, and then I throw it. See, and then in between all this, I'm what? I'm finding time to what? See, I'm just working my elbow. So I'm going to do what? Finding the time to hit. So I'm just flowing, 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 flowing back here, going around here, 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 working my stuff. Okay, the next video I do, I'm going to show you how to add arm wrenches, finger strikes, low line kicks, oblique kicks, savate kicks, different little things like that, knees, and of course the next few videos will be going into headbutts, knees, and elbows, everything on this here. I thank you. Please subscribe to my YouTube station, Dave Dirch, Advanced Fighting Systems Facebook, my website, advancedfightingsystems.net. Thank you and happy training.